Hey team, J6.2 here, the OPKEE Investor. And this is where we leverage other people's knowledge, expertise, and effort for greater wealth, health, and even personal growth. OPKEE. And today has to do with the OPKEE Investors Mastermind. And here we are testing a trade copier claim. We like what we see so far. We decided to turn it into a real money challenge, $200 to $100,000. Again, we'll be testing this with real money. If you hadn't been here before, make sure that you read the risk warning and the disclaimer right in here below. But this is my favorite sales pitch. Right here at the end, I said, you can and probably will lose all of your money. Now, people that are in the know, they know. But at the same time, if we do this right, run it like a business, we have a higher probability of being successful. So let's get into it. Okay, team, we really like what we see in this particular trader. And this guy, he uses not only an EA, but he manages the EA. So that's why we call it a managed trader. Because there's a lot of EAs out there that may be pretty good EAs, but most people who are novices, including myself, I've lost money just thinking I can click on a button and let this thing run. So this is a small account. I like what the back test showed us with only $200. So I decided to start this November 29th, 2023. Again, we were impressed with the back test and also the 1 day of trading, even the tester versus the real money. So let's take a look at this, guys. We have, as you can see, this is Hanko Trade Live, which is a good thing. That's the broker. The data that we have here in this back test is only 6 months. I tried to get a year out of it, but I didn't have that much data for the 1 hour time frame. I had to test it for a year. So in that 6 month period, or less than 6 month period, is up over 300 and some odd percent. So it went from $200, as you can see here, to a profit of 600. This is profit, $644. Add those two together, of course, so that's $844. Here's the graph so you can see the equity curve. Now, another thing I want to mention too, what I did here with these drawdowns, these equity drawdowns, I went back and went to Forex Factory to see if there were any crazy news items that day. All of these major drawdowns could have been avoided, and it didn't show this. It can't show this with the back test, but since someone is managing this EA, we probably would have avoided these drawdowns, because what I noticed is there were major heavy news things that had to do with the Great British Pound. Okay, so we should even do a little bit better than that if this holds true with live trading. So what are we doing with money management? I'm going back to the results here. To the report here, and as you can see, the maximum drawdown was 33%. So let's just say if we had $100 in there, it could have been, if 33%, it could have been what, $67. Our $100 could have shown that it went all the way down to $67 max before it headed back up. Now, I'm just saying if we had $100 in there, most of us, we understand what a drawdown is. So what we did is we were willing to risk $120. No, so what do I mean by that? Simple. If something happens, if there's a major fluke in the market, and we all as traders, we know that can happen, we put equity protection in there. So the maximum loss that we would give up is $80. That's 40% of our account. So the minimum equity, if it hit 120 from that $200, it'll just take us out of the market, and at least we get to walk home with 120. This is the most important tool that we can use to salvage some money and to prevent our account from being blown. the account being blown is it can get all the way up to, $1,000, and then one day can just totally wipe us out. Now, this does not protect against broker error. It won't protect against tech errors. So people, you've got to understand that nothing is 100%, but at least we try to put things in place to mitigate the high risk of trading, and not only trading, but EA trading and trade copying. Trust no one. Okay, so how will we be tracking these things? Well, number one, we will, of course, go to Old Faithful here. Nope, sorry about that. The trade copier itself, it shows that it's alive. As you can see, it's a live $200 test. We only been trading this for a couple of days, so this is the 29th trade, and this is the trade on the 30th, which is pretty doggone good because that we're up, what, 6%? Yeah, 6.9%. You guys will have access to this just so you can track it on your own. You can reach out to me if you like to be part of the test where you can copy this into your own account, but take your time on that and make sure that you know what you're doing if you choose that option. The plan is to update this at least once a week on YouTube, but if you want daily updates, you may want to join our Telegram group. That's 100% free, of course, but it just shows you here. I'll be placing what the down draw is and any pertinent information that would almost be daily on the Telegram group. So as you can see, so far in these 2 days, we're up 6%. Do we expect that? Nah, that wouldn't be realistic, but it was a great 2 days. And right here, the profit is only $12 for a $200 account. And also you can see all the other parameters like what some of the trades were, things of that nature. All right, so go out there and make some real money, and we will be updating this periodically on YouTube, and this is part 1. Again, guys, go out there and make some real money.